Talk with Twan, man. We back with another segment, man. You know, I had to tap in with y'all and bring y'all some more good sports news from the past week or so, man. So, we're gonna start off with some big news from the NBA, man. So, as you all know, the Lakers acquired Patrick Beverly from the Utah Jazz this week in exchange for Taylor Horton Tucker and Stanley Johnson, man. So this is a big move for the Lakers in my eyes, man, because, you know, Pat's a dog. It's on their defensive side of the ball. Oh, yeah, man, he going to give you a headache. He going to definitely give you a headache, man. So shout out to the Lakers for making that acquirement. And, hey, they making the moves to put themselves in position to be at the top of the Western Conference, man, because playing teams like Golden State and Portland with Dame Lillard, man, you're going to need a dog like Pat Beverly, man. We saw what he did for Minnesota this past season. You know, he got them into the playoff. Well, they not single-handedly, but played a big role in them getting into the playoffs. And he was causing some headaches, man, in that first round series against the Memphis Grizzlies, man. You know, as y'all know, they went 7 games, and a lot of that was due to his defensive play. So shout out to Pat Beverly, man. And shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers, man, for putting themselves in a position to you know, make some noise in the West, man. You know, and in other NBA news, man, probably the biggest NBA news of the week, Kevin Durant, he decided to move forward with the Brooklyn Nets, man, despite all the offseason drama, man. You know, at first, on June 30th, he asked to be traded. You know, he basically gave the Nets an ultimatum, man, saying that if they didn't get rid of Sean Marks, which is the GM, and Steve Nash, the head coach, that he wanted out. You know, and a lot of this has to do with Kyrie Irving getting an extension. He also wanted Kyrie to get an extension. You know, he just kind of wanted some reassurance that he was gonna have some help. You know, and I can't knock KD for that. You know, we all know KD is really one of the top 3 players in the league, no matter how you slice it. But, you know, everybody needs help, man. I never really seen, not even Jordan won a title by himself, you know. So, you know, you got to have those pieces in place, you know. But he had a meeting with the Nets in Los Angeles. Him, Sean Marks, Steve Nash, and a couple of other representatives of the Brooklyn Nets had a meeting. Ultimately, cooler heads prevailed. He decided that he wasn't gonna be, you know, so hard to deal with, and he said he'd go ahead and stay. Now we all know that he signed a nice extension, man. I believe it's like 198 million, 4 years. Last offseason he signed this extension, and you know that goes into play at the start of this upcoming NBA season. So basically, they had a meeting, and like I say, cooler heads prevailed. But if you want my honest opinion, I'ma say Sean Marks and the other Nets representatives, including Steve Nash, pretty much told KD, "Hey, man, we done gave you this money, man. We done gave you, you know, $198 million. That don't go in effect until this season kicks off. So you're gonna stay put, my brother." You gonna stay put. You know, that's how I take it. You know, now who knows exactly what was said in the meeting, but whatever was said, it led KD to come on and say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna try to build and try to win." You know, he got some talent over there, man. He got Ben Simmons. Hopefully he can, you know, rebound from the back thing, and you know, he says, when the back pain comes in, it triggers, you know, something mentally. Hey, man, ain't nobody here to judge you, Ben Simmons. You know, hey, I wish the best for you, my brother. But I feel like with Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, plus the role players that the Nets have, DeAndre Jordan, and so forth and so forth, man, they got a chance. They got a real chance to come out the East, man. And you know, you got to have some dogs with you in that Eastern Conference, man, because you got the Celtics. We know what they about. You got, man, the Sixers. Hey, Joel Embiid, James Harden. That's a hell of a duo. So, man, you got to come on with it, man. Then you also got Miami, man. Jimmy Butler, Udonis Haslam signed a deal with the Heat, and I want to give a shout out to him, man, because he's gonna be the 3rd player in NBA history to play 20 plus seasons with one team. Now we know how hard that is in the NBA to play 20 plus seasons with one team. So shout out to Udonis Haslam and shout out to the Miami Heat for getting that done. Uh, Donovan Mitchell, man. There are a lot of rumors going around, man. There's a lot of teams that want Mitchell, man. You got the Lakers, they're in the front running for him. The Knicks are vying for him. But the crazy thing about the Knicks is they also extended Julius Randle and man, I can't think of the other guy's name. They got RJ Barrett, Julius Randle. Oh, and Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, man. He actually used to play for the Mavericks. They got them three young cats over there, and just those three alone is costing the Knicks $565 million. So it's gonna be hard for the Knicks to get Donovan Mitchell, especially at the pay that he wants, and he deserves it. I mean, Mitchell is a beast, so I can't knock him for wanting his bread. So you got the Lakers are in the running to try to get him. The Knicks. We're going to pretty much just throw everybody in there, man, because everybody wants Donovan Mitchell. So it really just depends on the numbers, who wants him more, who's willing to give him what he wants. He might even stay in Utah. You know, he been on record to say he's not opposed to staying in Utah. He just really wants his money. That's all. So, you know, we'll see how that plays out for y'all, man. The Jazz already traded Rudy Gobert to the Minnesota Timberwolves to make way to pay Donovan Mitchell more. So don't be surprised if he does end up staying in Utah, man. The Knicks and RJ Barrett have finalized their deal. It's a 4-year rookie extension worth up to $120 million, man. Now, a lot of people been hitting me saying, man, I don't think he deserves this money. And it's hard to say that he don't, man. It's hard to say that he don't, man. The man been putting in the work, you know. He been the Knicks have been improving over the past couple of seasons. All they need is a couple of more pieces, man. Like I said, they got Julius Randle, which is a hell of a ball player, he's a hell of a nuisance on the defensive side of the ball. Jalen Brunson, he's a sharpshooter in my opinion. I think the man can shoot the lights out, you know, if you ask me. And this goes back to his Villanova days, man. So we'll see how that plays out, man, with the Donovan Mitchell thing. And but shout out to the New York Knicks though for locking down RJ Barrett, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to give them a shout out for that because as we know, bro, the Knicks are not really recently they haven't been known for locking down their superstars, man. They kind of like let a lot of people slip through their fingers. So shout out to the New York Knicks for that, man. And that's about all we got on the NBA for right now, man. And as we are updated on things, we'll make sure to update y'all, man. Boom. Oh, how could I forget the Rockets, man? Hey, have y'all seen the Rockets new it's like an alternate throwback jersey, but it's pretty much they got the Notre Dame look going on, man, with the white, the green, and the gold. I think it's fire, man. And if you ask me, I feel like them should probably be their main little, you know, their main get up, you know. Got the little throwback, you know, it's hard, man. They got the little Notre Dame look going, man. I like it, man. I like it a lot. And we got a lot of young talent in Houston, man. You know, the Rockets really, man, if they can get some front office issues taken care of, they could be in the running, man. They one of the teams in the West that's young and hungry, man. So shout out to the Rockets, man. My boy John Wall. As we all know, John Wall signed with the Los Angeles Clippers, and we have to realize that is a major pickup for the Clippers, bro. Major pickup for the Clippers, man. Now, you know they got Paul George over there. You know they got Kawhi Leonard over there. They got a couple of more dogs over there. Don't sleep on the Clippers, man. So both teams in LA, they putting themselves in position, man. You know, they seen what Golden State did. They like, all right, man. We know these dudes ain't going nowhere for a while. You know, it just is what it is. You see what Memphis got going on, man. They a bunch of young dogs over there. So, man, hey, both LA teams, they putting themselves in position, man. And that West, it's like a toss of a coin, bro. You really can't even say who's gonna come out the West. I know Golden State is everybody's favorite on paper and you know and in reality, but if we gonna be real, the Clippers getting John Wall along with Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. I believe they still got one of the Morrison brothers over there. Say, man, don't sleep on these Clippers, bro. Don't sleep on these Clippers. Please don't do that, man. Don't do that at all, man. So the West is gonna be tough, man. The West is gonna be super tough. So we're gonna move on to some WNBA news, man. I know a lot of people don't keep up with the WNBA, man, but I'm telling you now, you're making a mistake, bro. You got to keep up with the WNBA, man. Last night, the Chicago Sky and the Connecticut Sun played in game 2 of the semifinals, which I would like to call it the Eastern Conference Finals, but they call it the semifinals. But either or though, man, Candace Parker put on a historic performance, man. That was her 25th 20-point game in the playoffs, just in the playoffs of her career. So shout out to Candace Parker, man. Gotta give her a round of applause for sure, man. She been doing her thing for a long time. We all know last year she led them to a WNBA championship. So big ups to her, man. She went back home to Chicago and led her girls to a championship. But the game of the night, though, the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Storm. Hey, say when I tell you these women was going at it last night, bro, they went at it, man. Asia Wilson put up like 32. Brianna Stewart put up like 30. They were going back and forth, man. The Aces ended up winning the game, I believe, like 78-73. This was actually the first time in WNBA playoff history that dueling players, which is players on opposing teams, put up 30 points. So shout out to those women for making history. We got to give them a round of applause, man. So we got some big things going on in the WNBA, and I'm definitely gonna be tuned in. So that's pretty much it on the basketball side of things. We're gonna get into some football talk and see what you guys think about this preseason and all the preseason moves that are being made. There's so many. I would be honest with y'all. There's so many preseason moves being made right now that I can't even keep up with them.